So I just got my CRI Genetics DNA collection kit, and here's what it looks like. And I'm going to open it up. Let's see if I can get it open. Okay, so we got register your kit. Okay, so you got to go online and register your kit so they know it's from you. And then looks like we got our little Biohazard. Okay, yeah, they were a really good band. So this is what I guess we send it back off in. And then I got my little cheek swabs. Okay, so there's two of them. I guess one for one container and one for the other. Looks like it's got some fluid in it. So like I put my skin cells in there, swish it all up, put it in that little thing and send it back to CRI Genetics. Reinvent the way you see yourself. I had done some research on what some top DNA kit companies were. CRI Genetics came in as a very good company to try. So I bought one for my brother. I bought one for me. So I also bought an Ancestry.com one. So I'm going to do that too. But just really interested to see what comes back. So I'll video in a minute of actually me doing it. Hi, good morning everybody. Today I'm going to be doing my DNA swab of my cheeks for my CRI Genetics DNA kit that I ordered a few weeks ago. And so I thought I'd make a little video while I'm doing it. So it comes with two of these little cheek swabs and these little vials. So what I'll do is I'll take each of the swabs, put it inside of my cheek, get all of that good DNA on there, and plop it in the vial for each side. And then it comes with this little biohazard thing, a little packet, and I'll plop the vials in that and send it off in the same box that it came in. And about 6 to 8 weeks, I should have a full DNA report of my heritage. And I'm really excited to see what that might be. Been told a bunch of different things my whole life, but as we know, none of these things end up being the case. It's always something surprising. So what do you think my heritage might be? What do you think? I'm gonna write down what I think too, and just to see how off I am. Anyway, wish me luck. So here I go. Here's the swab. Here we go with other side. And now we wait. Hey everybody, good afternoon. I just results, actually not Ancestry, but CRI genetics DNA results, and they were really weird. So I'm going to share those with you today. I'm still awaiting the results of my Ancestry.com, which I don't know now, maybe I'm kind of thinking might be a little more accurate, but I'm going to share these with you, and it should be interesting. Totally not what I was expecting, at least from the ancient Ancestry. The more recent Ancestry was pretty much what I expected, at least half of it was, but there were some surprises. All right, so here it goes. Okay, so here we are. I am showing you my CRI genetics results. As you see here, he says, have my name here, and this was my kit number. It shows a couple of different types of analysis from the DNA that it did. A recent analysis, which, oops, I'm sorry, jump back in there. Okay, a recent analysis which shows, I think, as much as 5 generations back. And then the advanced analysis, which goes back as many as like 70 some generations, like really ancient DNA. There's a timeline that I didn't find it very helpful. It just basically showed where they found ancestors and where they were from and around what time and how accurate, how high of an accuracy percentage they were able to attribute. So I didn't find that super helpful. The maternal haplogroup, which traces the mitochondrial DNA from your mother and your mother's mother and your mother's mother's mother all the way back to mitochondrial Eve in Africa, and it kind of shows some migration patterns. It was, I mean, kind of what I expected, but it really didn't give me a lot of insight. There were some other reports on traits, health and wellness, nutrition, metabolism, allergies. None of that was earth-shattering at all. But anyway, let's just get into it with the recent analysis. Okay, so let me scroll over here. So this is what it shows, obviously. Okay, so my recent analysis is 100% European. Yeah, not surprised. Okay, so let me see if I can go down and scroll down, and I'll show you. The majority of my most recent heritage is from Germany, which I expected based on what I was able to trace back on Ancestry.com and my relatives and where they indicated they were from. More recently, as kind of evidenced by where it was, what was in census documentation. So not surprised that I'm almost 50% German. Okay, so then let's go down to the other stuff. Okay, let me open up this European here. Okay, so then it gives a breakdown, right? So 48% German, 14% British Isles, 13.5% or so Italy, 8.4% Spain, 8.3% France, and 6.8% Southern Central Slavic. Okay, so if I go back up here, and I can scroll in, it's got literally all the little, whoa, sorry. I'm trying to film as well as like use my other hand to move the cursor. Okay, so yeah, you see all the different places. So here, this is the Southern Central Slavic, and that looks like Bulgaria, right? You've got Spain here, France, Tuscany, Italy right there, in the German area. Now I do know that from Ancestry.com and tracing relatives, a lot of my relatives are from this area right here, and actually even some here in the north of Switzerland. I'm not sure why that didn't show up, but I'm assuming maybe this northwestern Europe here kind of encompass that. And then some over here from the British Isles. So anyway, that is my most recent ancestry. So I can go back over here and let's look at the advanced analysis. This is going to go back a long time. So when I click on that, And then I'll pan over here to the map. You can kind of see it's all over the place, right? Okay, so this is really interesting. Still, the majority is European, but I've got some other places around the map. So panning in here, the largest percentage is in Northern Europe. So actually, I'll come back to the map in just a second. Let's go down here and it'll show the, so 91% European, kind of from the long term. Open that up. And it's a little different distribution than the most recent. So 27.8% Northern European. And this is the most interesting part. So when I pan back over here to the map and I click on the Northern European, look where it is. Finland. How crazy is that, right? So when and I apologize for not being very good at this map here, but so I click on that at 28% Northern European, Finland. And then if I click on here, 21% Northwest European. And that's in that France, German area here, the 21% Northwest European. And then in the UK, 23% British Isles. Let's move out a little bit. Let's go down here to Spain. 11% Iberian, okay. And then over here into Italy is 9% Tuscany, Italian. What else we have? So we hit the Finland, we hit the France and German, the England, the Spain, the Italy. Okay, next, oops, let's go down over here. Let's go over to India because, yeah, this was surprising to me. All right, so we've got down here, whoa, 1% Sri Lankan, 1% Gujarati Indian, don't know what that is, 1% Punjabi, and over here 1% 1% Bengali. So that's pretty crazy. Okay, now let's go over to South America. If I can move my map here. Peru, 1% Peruvian. They like to spread this 1% around, okay? So I've got 1% Peruvian, 1% Colombian, there we go, Puerto Rico, 1% Puerto Rican, and let's move over here. Sorry, this map is really hard to navigate with one hand. And in Mexico, I think this is like 0.6. I think it shows up 0, but I think it's like 0.6 Mexican. Okay, so there's that. Now let's go over on the complete other side of the world, to East Asia, where I've got some stuff there. So first off, I think the most East Asian was Japan. So if I click on there, 1% Japanese, nice. Right here in southern China, I think that's what, this was like a percentage point of Chinese Dai, I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then I think I have here 0.1% Vietnamese. It shows up there as 0%, but here, let me move back down here and I can show you the actual breakdown. Okay, So we did the European, right? Let's close that out. Then we did the South Asian. So these are my percentages for Sri Lankan Tamil, Gujarati, Indian, Punjabi, Bengali, 4.5% overall. And then this is the admixed American, which is kind of like the Native American, Peruvian, Colombian, Puerto Rican, Mexican, and these percentages total of about 3.5%. And then the East Asian, which is total of just under 1% total between Japanese, Chinese Thai, and Kin Vietnamese. And then lastly, but not least, 0.1% Gambian. Yep. So there we go. That is me in a nutshell, according to CRI Genetics, which, like I said, have some doubts that this is accurate, only because I have found a couple of videos on YouTube where people are looking at their results, and they're strikingly similar to mine, meaning like these same kind of random countries. It just seems like it would be really a really strange set of circumstances for these other people to have the same kind of mix up that I do. But we'll see when Ancestry.com comes in, and I will do another video showing those results. But for now, you know, I'm claiming it all. I'm claiming Finland, I'm claiming Germany, I'm claiming France and Italy and Spain and India and Asia and Africa and Native America, South America, Central America, all of it. That's it. So, what do you think? Do you think I'm 48% German? Does that make sense? Kind of to me. But what about the Finnish? 28% Finnish? Finland? Do I look Finnish? Maybe? I mean, could be. But, you know, some of the stuff, the Indian, and the South American, and definitely the East Asian, surprised me a little bit. So it was cool, though. I liked it. Anyway, this was really fun. Stay tuned for my next video, which will be my Ancestry.com results, and maybe those will be different. We'll see. Thanks for watching.